Do you have important things on your to-do list that you never seem to get to? Do you find that by the end of the week or day, you run out of time to work on them? I'm Dr. Chris Friesen from Friesen Performance, where I help you achieve your greatest potential by optimizing your psychology, physiology, and neurology. In this and upcoming videos, I'm going to show you why you can't stay productive and what you can do about it. I bet there are things on your to-do list that you never seem to get to. And I also bet that these are projects or activities that are actually really important to you. Maybe you set a goal to start an exercise program after work each day, or maybe you want to implement a stress management strategy like mindfulness meditation, or it could be you're trying to write your first book, or maybe you have a side project or a side career you're trying to build up so you can leave the job you hate. But I bet it never happens, at least not consistently. You seem to run out of time each day. You may find yourself wondering, where does the time go? Or why can't I seem to prioritize something that's so important to me? Prioritizing is getting harder and harder. We're constantly bombarded with things that are competing for our attention. This could be emails, social media updates, text messages, and phone calls. In this hyper-connected era, we're expected to respond instantly to many of these. I also struggled to stay productive. I often had lofty goals, and by the end of the week, I wondered, where did my time go? Why didn't I work on the things that were important to me? I started to feel powerless and victimized. I was constantly checking my emails, text messages, social media, and going down the Google search rabbit hole. I even started to wonder if I had ADHD and didn't realize it until now. I then woke up to what was going on. It turns out that checking your emails, text messages, and searching the internet activates the dopamine reward pathway in our brains. Dopamine's role is pretty complicated, but one of its main functions is to motivate us to search out potentially rewarding or pleasurable things. Note I used the term potentially. The more unpredictable getting this reward or getting pleasure is, the more our brain's dopamine pathway kicks in. And that makes you want to keep searching and checking. And make no mistake, this pathway in our brain is very strong. All those text messages, emails, and phone calls, they seem to come at apparent random times. And this randomness enhances the dopamine response even more. Psychologists discovered decades ago that the best way to control animal and human behavior was the use of rewards. They found that the best timing and frequency of rewards came at variable ratio schedules of reinforcement. This is how slot machines work. You don't get rewarded by the amount of time you sit there, and you don't get rewarded in terms of how many times you pull. You get rewarded in terms of a changing frequency of pulls. We now know that this is related to the dopamine response as I described earlier. And guess what? Checking our emails and social media feeds, the rewards come at variable ratio schedules. So it's no wonder we can't get anything done. So you may have been told by your spouse or your parents that you should just stop looking at your phone or your tablet. Well, it's easier said than done. There are powerful brain mechanisms at play. It's similar to an addiction. The solution is not to rely on sheer willpower to resist the temptation to check. Although willpower can be strengthened, it gets weaker with use and over the course of the day. It also gets weaker when we're tired or hungry. So what's the solution? Well, there's a number of strategies that I'm going to cover in this video and upcoming videos. But for today, the first thing you need to do is shut off your alerts. Shut off your social media feed, close those windows, those browsers. Shut those apps down. Ideally, turn your phone off, put it on airplane mode. Without any beeps, buzzes, and alerts, your brain's dopamine reward pathway can relax a little, and it can help you get down to work. Start using this strategy when you need to do any important work. In fact, consider using it when you spend time with friends or family. You'll be happier and more fun to be around as you'll be more engaged and present. So start to use this strategy today. It's time to take your life back. In future videos, I'm going to continue to provide you with practical tips to keep you productive and motivated. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to get alerted to future videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. If you think any friends or family will benefit, please share the video with them. I also left a link to the first 2 chapters of my book Achieve in the description below. So until next time, keep moving forward.